I learned something this week and it kind of blew my mind, and I hope that I'm not the only person who was kind of like shocked Pikachu face. Hopefully a lot more of you can relate to what I'm about to do. Decentralized finance, DeFi, decentralized apps, dApps. How did I not put that together? I don't know. Anyway, welcome back to my channel. My name is Reese, and in today's video, we are going to go over a simplified crash course of what DeFi is and what dApps are. Just as a quick recap, I am running a giveaway. I'm running a celebration is what I was gonna say. I'm running a celebration. I'm running a giveaway for reaching 1,000 subscribers, even though we have absolutely blown that away. That number is kind of history now. Welcome to all the new faces to the channel. If you would like to be involved in the giveaway, I'm giving away $100 of Bitcoin at the end of the month, end of March 2021, to one random winner, and I will be selecting them based on their answers in the comments down below. All you need to do to enter is leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment about what your favorite cryptocurrency is and why. And with that out of the way, as Rick from Rick and Morty would say, and away we go! Cryptocurrency by design is trying to accomplish one main goal. They are trying to remove third parties and the middleman from everyday people and their finances. The word decentralized gets thrown out there plenty, but in short, it aims to remove or distribute power away from central authorities, such as companies, organizations, and governments. This is where we start our journey when talking about DeFi and dApps. Both are becoming increasingly popular as they are pushing boundaries in the fintech industry, and they are offering solutions which currently aren't available through traditional methods. Fintech being financial technology, basically new technology that is trying to improve or automate financial systems that is currently already in place, such as improving data privacy or removing the need or requirement for data to be monitored by regulatory authorities. All right, so let's start by diving into what DeFi is. I'm gonna keep this really simple. Think of what the Apple Store is as a whole. It is an ecosystem where people develop apps to solve problems for everyday people, and they are kept on the platform where anyone and everyone can download them to contribute to learning, improve their way of life, and add value to hobbies. DeFi is somewhat of an ecosystem itself. It is a collection of applications which are built upon a public ledger. This is important. A public ledger, for those who don't know, allow transactions to have a public witness. An example being blockchain is a type of distributed ledger used by Bitcoin. So with this simple, complex explanation out of the way, what is DeFi trying to actually achieve? It as a whole is trying to decentralize the ways of traditional finance, such as how specific products or services are utilized or function. Think of things like how transactions are processed, how insurance premiums are calculated, and how you would go about investing in the share market. And it does this by taking advantage of dApps, which I'll cover shortly. As a very specific example of how DeFi could benefit someone is pretty much just like this. Think of the example I just mentioned a moment ago about calculating insurance premiums. So a dApp specifically built for insurance products, we'll say, could potentially be utilized by a customer such as myself, where I could, on this dApp, build an insurance policy for my car, for example, or my house, that is specific to my individual needs. In theory, it would be cheaper than buying a traditional product that is built by an insurance company that is designed for a broad audience. So it has specific things in there that might not necessarily be applicable to me. An example is, imagine if I had an insurance premium for my house that covered me for tsunami damage, but there's no water where I live, meaning it's literally a useless feature of the policy. If I could remove that, it would theoretically reduce my premium. And then you could nitpick and basically haggle your way down to an insurance premium, like I said, that is specific for your needs. The outcome of utilizing DeFi, if it is ever able to be mainstreamed into society, is both that it theoretically should be cheaper for the user using these services than traditional methods, and it allows people to have full control over their finances, which is a big deal. It is very important and something that really excites me for the future, because I like the idea of having full control without middlemen. I pay for those services And if I don't have to pay for those services, or I don't have to pay as much, great. It's more money in my pocket at the end of the day. The number of DeFi projects have grown significantly within the last 5 years, where there are now hundreds of DeFi projects being developed using blockchain technology. And with all this development, what has come with it? Investment. A lot of these projects have gained popularity quickly, and one in particular that is currently one of the most popular ones is Chainlink. I have made a video talking about my top 5 investments into cryptocurrency for 2021, and I mentioned Chainlink in it. So if you want to find out a little bit more about what Chainlink is, in simple terms, check out the video. I have linked it in the description down below. But do your research, because it, as an example, is a top 10 performing DeFi project, hovering around number 10 at the time of recording this video. And that is just one of many examples of something you can look into the fundamentals of what it's trying to achieve and understand why it's gained so much popularity so quickly. I have also left a link to a very useful website which can give you insight on what DeFi projects are in development right now. And you can also see it by selecting the DeFi bubble on CoinMarketCap, which shows you a ranking or a list of these cryptocurrencies which are being developed, which are DeFi projects, and where they sit on the ladder. So now, moving from DeFi to dApps, let's talk about how they are intertwined and how they differ. dApps run on blockchain using smart contracts. These applications communicate with the blockchain to manage the user's interactions on the network. Think of the breakdown like this, just as an analogy. I think this will make sense. You have the internet, that is blockchain in simple terms. Then you have a URL, which is used to interact with the internet to take you to your destination. That is a smart contract. And then you have the actual website, so YouTube or Reddit. They are the decentralized applications, or the dApps. The end result being a dApp, which lets you, the user, access the front end of the application to utilize the service as it was intended to function, such as YouTube, the website, where you can click on videos, like them, and subscribe to channels that are interesting to you. Like this one, don't forget to hit that red subscribe button wherever it is down there. Now, the reason why I've decided to talk about both DeFi and dApps in the same video is for context. DeFi and dApps are both decentralized, which is good for a multitude of reasons. DeFi is built on dApps, and DeFi is aimed at creating products which are solely focused on financial use, whereas dApps can extend beyond financial-based products into a broader range of topics such as education, gambling, data analytics, and entertainment, just to name a few. So now, coming towards the end of the video, what can you do with this absolute data dump of information I have just given you? You can invest in these projects right now. Just using Chainlink as an example, it is currently sitting in the top 10 of all of cryptocurrency. It is one of the top 10. And since its inception, it has gained massive popularity since back in 2017. This was a DeFi project that was an idea, and people invested in it, and look at where it's sitting now. This is just one example of the many that have experienced similar type growth. DeFi projects have this unbelievable potential that people kind of are catching on to now. If you were thinking about investing into cryptocurrency, this is the type of project that I would definitely be thinking about investing in, because if DeFi projects become the new norm of how the world transacts and does finance, you are going to make a lot of money by investing in these types of projects. They are popular for a reason. Do your research, look into them. I highly encourage it. And that's a pretty good segue for me to throw this one in there. Remember that I am not a financial advisor. I am talking about random topics that I find interesting on the internet. Do not take anything I say as financial advice. Do your own research, come to your own conclusions, and only invest money you are willing to lose. Be smart, don't be reckless, and enjoy your crypto journey. You deserve to have some fun while you're investing into this absolutely crazily volatile asset. And with that being said, overall, I hope you did enjoy today's video. I hope you learned something, and I hope you got some insight into what DeFi is, what dApps are, where they're going, and what their future prospects look like. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to turn on bell notifications and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of the videos I bring out over the next million years, because like I said in a previous video, this is definitely my future. Maybe, who knows? And I will see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.